So I started playing polo out of curiosity. More so, I rode horses for many years, but polo was one of those things that seemed to be very exclusive, very high end, but also just seemed to be barriers to doing it. So that just kind of created more curiosity for me and really wanted to try it. So I went to a polo barn, which was ironically, there used to be one in Buckhead, and it was called Buckhead Polo Barn. I went there and started taking lessons and got the polo bug. My entire equestrian journey has been full of surprises. I never would have thought that I'd still be riding 50 years later, and being able to expose horses and polo to our community has been just an amazing experience for us. And I had no idea that when I started playing polo that I would be introducing this sport to so many other people. It just led from one thing to another. I had a gentleman stop me one day, and I was playing polo, and he said, he had never seen a black man out there playing polo. And in that moment, when he said that to me, I realized that I was in a privileged situation, and also I had an opportunity to share this great game and sport with so many other people. Establishing the team at Morehouse College was historic, and I really didn't understand the significance of that. But when you do something for the first time, it lasts forever. It's historic. It's something. It's a legacy, and doing it for them was great. However, I am on the verge of creating the first black high school polo team. And that situation is far more gratifying for me personally because, I want to use the game, the sport, and my influence to help kids elevate and move on to the college level, to go to college, give them opportunities to get scholarships. Morehouse team of kids, who already were there. And, going to working with kids at Best Academy where they are growing up in a similar condition. These are kids who, at a brink of where they can go right or they can go left, and being able to expose this game to them has been amazing. Seeing how they light up around the horses, and just it is a game changer. It is a life changer for many of them.
Well, coming to this legacy was not an easy task, because you must understand, I'm a nurse by trade. So I went from being a nurse by trade to more being an entrepreneur. I've always had a passion for helping others because clearly I'm a nurse. But as far as dealing with the polo realm, my son actually attended Best Academy when I was a single parent. So it was quite befitting for us to go back to that school because it was times when I couldn't take my son to college tours. That school did it. It was times when they took my son to got him hotel rooms, taught him etiquette, place settings. I couldn't do it because I didn't have the time. So for us to give back to that school, the philanthropy work, I just adore it because otherwise, without my husband, I wouldn't have the opportunity to do it. So I'm very, very pleased. I'm very, very blessed to be in this place. You're giving these boys a level of confidence that yet they would never had if it otherwise from polo. It's just a beautiful thing. We watched, I forgot the young boy's name. He was straddling the fence. He could either go left or go right. Quinn. Mm-hmm. There we go. He was a trouble one from the school, right? And when I say that boy has made a 360 due to polo.
Best player on the team.
Best player on the team. And another thing, when you out there, you see the parents, and they, it's the parents. I think we both have welled up behind us before because we given these kids opportunities that yet they would never achieve or never experience without us. And they don't pay a dime. Our foundation take care of them,
Yeah. And I think too, she talks about the confidence, but also I think, when these kids who no one would assume that they are polo players,
yes.
and they see the reaction from people, how they are treated. See, I think, you know, so much gets said about how people embrace you from different things. You know, if you wear a hoodie, they embrace you a certain way, right? If you dress in a suit, they embrace you a way. When you tell people you're a polo player, they look at you like, you know, like, you just threw me way off guard, right?
That's right.
No, they never expected that. And these kids have something that very few other kids in their situation has ever experienced.
Right. And what we do is we allow kids to see this to like them football, basketball, and track. Okay? Yeah. If you give them an opportunity to see it, they can't unsee it.
And I love the fact that they actually have an appreciation for it. Yeah. It's not something that they take for granted. They know that this is a blessing. They know that they are being, they're in a position that other kids don't. So they really treat it as something special, and they come to the practices. I mean, the sacrifice they have to make is tremendous to do this, because they have to drive over an hour to go to practice, and then spend a couple hours there, and then they have to spend another hour going back. So the parents and the kids have to make a serious commitment to learn this game. And so I just want people to come out and see them play because of the sacrifices they have made to do it, you know, and to see the response. I think for other kids, I always say, you know, other kids around the world will see these little black and brown boys playing polo, and they'll know that if they're doing it, so can I. The thing is, with men of color in particular, people approach us with a certain bias, with a certain thought process. And, you know, we have to, you know, I'm all about trying to break down the barriers of the misconceptions about black men in particular, because, you know, I do weddings every week. I see men come in the store and they are in love. They love their kids. They love each other. I've seen brothers crying, telling each other, man, I'm so proud of you. And these are the things in which I really value about the place that we've been put in, to be able to share these types of stories, to show the different side of us that the media would never show. They would never show us doing something positive. They'll never show us, you know, being respectful to each other and loving each other. They'd rather tell us stories about, you know, the 3% that might be killing each other or something. So for me, I've been given a responsibility to share who we are really to the world. You know, when you do something enough, and I think that most of the things that I've done, and Chancey can tell you, I'm a visionary, but God places a vision in me. I said I wasn't doing this anymore. Yeah. I literally said I was not. Yeah, I said I wasn't doing it, man. I was not doing it. And then, you know, we saw a facility, Enon Ranch, and immediately God planted a seed. I saw a symphony. Yeah. It was crazy. And then I got excited about doing it. And so I thought that, you know, I'm always about trying to do luxury. We do luxury, but we always celebrate in our culture in the process, because too often people don't associate anything black with luxury. They don't associate anything good. You know, I got a double whammy because I'm half Latin and black. So, you know, it's like I can't win either side, right? But to be able to let people see, and you use the term black excellence, but, you know, I like the term excellence by black people, because excellence doesn't have a color. Our excellence is just as good as your excellent. Right. Our excellent is you know, and I was sharing with Chancey, you know, one of the things that we're going to do this year, because for so long in my effort to do luxury, I stayed away from soul food, because I always thought of soul food as something that, you know, they're, you know, mom and pop type of business. But everybody loves soul food, right? Everywhere. And when they started making hamburgers gourmet, like, why can't soul food be gourmet? People tend to designate anything that's created by black people as less than. And I want to take our culture and say, everything we do is just as good. We are good enough. We create phenomenal things, and it's inclusive. You know, we create music for everyone. We create food for everyone. We design clothes for everyone. But for some reason, everyone wants to give the black designers $5 t-shirt money and give the other guy $300 t-shirt money. Right. That's the thing that this whole culture is about, changing the view on how we see each other, seeing our these businesses create something phenomenal. And I think the Soul Symphony this year will show that now we're global. We have a team from the UK coming over and play Polo. We have a gentleman, Cameron Stewart, coming over from the UK to play the piano and sing. And so it's beyond just the shores of the United States. You know, black people are doing things all over.
Elevating the experience and giving a different experience.
Yes.
You know, we are known to be fashion forward now, you know. But on Friday, it's a welcome party at Host Hotel, September 19th. September 20th is a black tie Soul Symphony. Ladies wear black gowns. Men wear white dinner jackets and these black bow ties.
Right.
But it's no limit to the creativity. When I say black gowns, be creative with your black gown. You know, make a statement when you walk into the room. Because it's all about fashion. We're about fashion designers.
Right. You know, I tell you, the first year, you know, I want to do things different. I want to create an experience. I want to be luxury, high-end. That's why I just designated white dinner jackets. Mm-hmm. A gentleman said to me, Miguel, you're going to keep a lot of guys from coming to the event, right, because they don't have white dinner jackets. And I said, well, that's the point. The point is, give people a goal to reach. We're trying to reach excellence, okay? And we ain't reached there yet. So excellence involves something different than what we used to seeing. So and it's about creating an atmosphere, an environment that appeals to your eyes from the moment you walk in, right? We want to, and I think about my events, I think about all of your senses, okay? I think about what you smell when you walk up. I think about what you see. I think about what you hear. When you walk up to the Soul Symphony, you're going to have a gentleman playing a saxophone, and you're going to see a Bentley. Your eyes will be like, oh, wow.
See guests landing by
right.
via helicopter.
You're going to see the helicopters. So your eyes will be tantalized. You know, you're going to be like, oh, this is different, right? And then, you know, when you walk down, you'll hear another guy playing the violin, right? And so all these sounds, the sights, the smells, all come together. When you see the people, when you see all these men in these white, beautiful jackets, I mean, like I say white jackets, but like Chancey said, they're very creative. A lot of guys come to me and I have to test my ability.
Crystals.
Yeah.
Like they're very creative. Like we say white jackets, but they think outside.
Yeah. It is a fashion extravaganza.
Definitely fashion.
So this is not like you go to black tie parties, this is one thing, but this is more specific, much more elite. And I will tell you that we create an experience. I was telling a guy the other day, he said, why should I come to your event? I said, because of the last 365 days, how many days do you remember? Right. How many days stand out in your mind? He said, I remember every day because, you know, I thank God every day. Well, no, just tell me what happened on April the 12th this year. You don't know, right? But you will always remember September the 20th. 2025, because you went to the Soul Symphony and you seen something you never saw ever in your life. Right. That's why you should come.
Without faith, I wouldn't be here. That's enough said.
Yeah. I think, you know, having faith means to believe in something that you haven't seen yet, right? Have trusting in things that may look a certain way. Right? Having faith means I'm going to believe that God is going to come through and deliver. Our faith is what's driven us because, you know, if you don't require faith in what you're doing, you aren't doing enough.
Exactly.
Because you're just doing what's in your abilities. When you're doing something that's ordained by God, something that is bigger than you, generally speaking, you don't have the resources to do it.
Exactly.
You don't have all this.
By faith.
Yeah, you don't have all the things to do it. So you have to trust and believe that, you know, when I set out to do these things and I'm looking at, $250,000 to come up with to do it,
Yes.
I have to believe that people are gonna buy tickets.
Yeah.
I have to believe that companies are gonna believe in sponsorships. I have to believe that I'm creating something that will be of value.
Yes.
And trusting God to create the relationships
It's a
and the
faith
people. Just like with Lindsay Park. I mean, you guys contact us, and we're grateful. I stay in a constant state of gratitude because I never know when that phone will stop ringing.
Yeah.
When nobody wants me, not only not on the cover, they might not want me in the magazine at all. So, being full of gratitude and grateful for just every experience of people.
Yeah.
Now, we talk about the fashion. Fashion is my passion.
Yeah.
It's an evolution. It changes.
Yeah.
And
Constantly evolving.
yes, so we create these situations, these parties, these events to allow people to express themselves through their attire. And it is a beautiful thing because you get to see so many different expressions, right? We also allow so many people to live their dreams. When it comes to the designers, when it comes to the models, these people, everybody's they're dreaming about themselves in this light, and their dreams are coming true through the process, through the fashion. And then the final thing was philanthropy. To whom much is given, much is required. And I think that I looked at the fact that I was able to experience horses growing up in my environment. And, I credit horses for my education and relationships. Chancey and I went to London last month, played polo. Had I never rode a horse, would that ever happen? So it's just so many things in our life. And philanthropy deals with not just financial.
Like every year, we give away probably 200 tuxedos, 200 suits to prom kids. For the last third year,
Right.
Is that third year doing it?
Yeah, but I'll say this too. I think, like I said, I think it deals with just, it deals more with the heart, and you wanting to give people a part of yourself. You want to see people experience change. You want to see people elevate. Philanthropy deals with you wanting others to benefit from what you have, and that's a beautiful thing. Soul Symphony Weekend's coming up. This is an extraordinary event.
Yes.
We have the first Black high school polo team playing. We have Camden Stewart, his first U.S. visit. We have so many firsts. This is a historic occasion, but it's also with a great purpose and a lot of fun.
Yes.
We'd love to see you there. Go to our pages on Instagram, Miguel Wilson Collection. At the bio, got tickets in the link. My wife's page is Chancey Timmons Wilson. You can get tickets from her as well. Thank you, and we look forward to seeing you.